Hi friends, Miss Iman here with Kind Academy, and today we're going to be talking about what a demo class or what a trial class may look like with Kind Academy online for our small group pod classes. So we have full curriculum on Outschool, which means that throughout the school year, learners can come for 3rd through about 7th or 8th grade classes. I think we even have a 2nd grade class on there now. So learners can come and join a very small group of learners, usually not more than 7 children, in learning the curriculum for the whole school year. And they gain access to online tools, as well as a full curriculum with the teacher, homework, and assignments, okay? So today I'm gonna be teaching you or showing you what it would look like for a demo class for our small group pod classes, all right? So the first thing the teacher would do is invite and welcome your learner to the class. We usually like to do this by name so that students feel really, really excited to be there and a part of the community right away. So another thing that we'd like to do in the beginning of class is called an icebreaker. That is a way for the students to kind of warm up. Sometimes it's like a stretching exercise. Sometimes it's just conversations about how their week went, things like that. But a lot of times it's also something called an icebreaker that we like to do is called Would You Rather? And this is a great way, especially in the beginning of the year, for us to get to know your students. So in this video, you're going to see a quick clip of one of our Would You Rather classes for our online program, okay? In late because you like your sleep, and if you don't get sleep, then you're cranky in school, right, Mimi?
Correct.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Perfect. Adelaide, I love how you raised your hand. Go ahead, friend.
I've never seen Mimi cranky at school.
I've never seen her.
That's because I get my sleep.
Gotcha.
But I did once go to sleep at 1 a.m. in New York.
So as you can see, that's also a great opportunity for learners to kind of engage with each other and socialize with each other. And it's just a great way for them to connect. So we really like doing that with the students, giving them a chance to smile and laugh and have joy before we start with the academic stuff, okay? And it's also a way for them to have a little bit of social and emotional learning, raising your hand, taking turns, things like that in there as well, okay? Next up, we would start with our group lesson. So in all of our classes, we have a mini lesson that goes along with it, okay? So in our pods, we have reading, writing, and math that are covered in our group classes, okay? Or reading, or math and language arts is usually what we call it. During this, I will show you kind of what are the parts of the story. So this is a quick little reading lesson that we would do and figure out the parts of a story, okay? And for example, a good story is The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Usually we know that story, but some kids coming in, they are learning the story for the first time. And it gives them an opportunity to break down the story into different parts, which is a great comprehension skill for them to be building, okay? So we would read the story, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Usually at this time, we would have the book up on the screen, and we would be having the students read out loud if they were comfortable with that. We would be doing a read aloud so that the students could hear the fluency in the words, and that also helps to build comprehension skills with the learners as well. And then we would break down the different parts of the story. More than likely, we would also do a very mini lesson on setting, on the main characters of the story. What does that mean? What does setting mean? What is the cause of the problem? What is the effect of what happened? And what genre the story is. So we most likely have a mini lesson on that. Now, this worksheet would be sent in the beginning of the week with something that is an optional printout during class. So each week, usually on Fridays, you would get a printout of what to print for next week's class. If you don't have a printer, I always tell, and we always tell our students and our families, don't worry about it. Do not stress about it. They can do it on a regular piece of paper, but it's just a good way. If you want to see, especially for homeschoolers, you might want to add some of these things to your portfolio as a way to show growth. So that's the way that that's the reason that we give it to you, but you can totally just use a regular notebook, bring that to class each day, put a date on it, and kind of give a title and just break down the different parts of it to take notes, okay? So that's the way that The Boy Who Cried Wolf story. Another cool thing that they might do with the story is they might act it out. Something called Reader's Theater that gives the learners a chance to kind of have fun with their building comprehension skills as well, okay? So that's the second part of our class. Finally, the third part of the class is what we call individualized work time. So usually for about the last 15 to 20 minutes of class, every single student is working on something that is only for them. So in the beginning of their class, or once they join us, they take a baseline assessment that determines exactly where they need help at, and it personalizes the curriculum for them, okay? We do this for every learner from 2nd to about 8th grade, and it really helps to fill any gaps that they have. And students really like this because generally it's not showing them things that they've already done. It gives the teachers an opportunity to see exactly where the learner's at, and the teachers are checking through this as well. And then the teachers teacher can support the learners exactly where they are at. So every single student at this point is probably going to be working on something different. The teacher's position in this moment is to support the learners, to check where their progress is, to go in and ask the students if they need help. Students can also raise their hand if they need help on a specific question and can get help from the teacher, okay? So this is a great way for students to build those skills that they may have missed before, or even to accelerate learners. A lot of my gifted students who want to get ahead are able to take this assessment, and it doesn't matter what grade level they technically are in. If they are above that, then they gain access to curriculum that is specifically designed to accelerate their learning, and they can go even ahead of what they should be. So I really like that aspect of it, okay? And this is work that they can actually do at home as well. They gain access to the online tools. We use a few different online tools. We use iExcel, we use ExactPath, we also use Mathseeds, Reading Eggs, and a few other ones to help them with their individualized work. And every single student also gets a checklist that tells them exactly what they can be doing during individual work time and also during at-home time, okay? So that's part 3 of our classes. Finally, if you're looking at this for the 2023-2024 school year, we are going to be using our program on Outschool. We have 3 different programs that we have done that we really like the way that it's broken down. We have a study hall, which is level 1 study hall, or like a homework cafe where students can come and they gain access to the online tools and to the curriculum. And they also gain access to a project-based learning or STEM club each week so they can do hands-on work, okay? So they can come there, they can do their regular individual work, and they can also do their project-based learning in STEM for hands-on learning time, okay? Level 2 is what we just talked about. That's the way those in-person or those small group pods will look when the student comes in. I just broke down part 1 through 3 so that you can understand exactly what that would look like in a class with a teacher. And then level 3 is for 1-to-1, which basically means that it's like a tutoring course, but it's 4 hours per week with a highly qualified teacher. It gives the students curriculum access, and they can also join our small group learning pod classes upon request, okay? But they gain access to all the curriculum, a highly qualified teacher, and the support and kind of communication between you so that you stay up to date with exactly how your learner is doing. So that is our program. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you'd like to register for this, please join us at outschool.com/teachers/Kind Academy. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.